Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 fellow squids. Hello, fellow gamers. Hello. Are there any are there any geeks or gamers out there in the audience right now? Um,
Well,
boy.
there could be beaks and oh goodness, what's a gamer pun? Real quick, if they were
Beaks or
beaks and ganders. If we were if it's a goose watching. Sorry, Emily, I've ruined your intro. Here, do you want to start over?
No, I mean
Hello, geeks and gamers,
Hello.
beaks and ganders.
Hello.
Honk.
Honk.
Sorry, here.
Yeah.
Start over again, Emily. I'll leave.
Yes, this is our professional stream. Oh no, I didn't reset the Nightbot. Okay, just everyone be cool. This is totally
Stand
fine.
by. Be cool, everybody. Stand by. Nothing started
cool.
yet.
The stream has not started yet. Obviously, the stream.
Nope.
Yeah, this is not definitely not live at the moment.
Nope, it's not happening.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is just us hanging out. And okay, officially
beginning now. Okay, Emily, here. Do you want to go back to stream starting soon and then go back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nobody saw this part. Nobody saw this part.
Yeah, nobody saw this. And transitioning that there, maybe throwing in a little bit of the pixel music again. And
yeah. And 3, 2.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Oh, hello, everyone. It's Wednesday. I know it sounds like it's a Friday from the way that Pat and I are acting right now, but it sure is Wednesday.
Every day is Friday in quarantine. Hey, everybody.
Every day is the same day in quarantine. Hello, everyone. It's wonderful to see all of you. Well, not really seeing, but we're seeing all of you right now. Oh,
That's
boy,
right.
This intro has just gotten away from me completely. It's so good to be here with all of you right now. My name is Emily. I am part of the social media team here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium, joined today from across the bay, as always, by my good friend, my buddy, my pal, our terrible boy. It is Patrick. Hello, Patrick.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us yet again for another gaming stream here in EducOCEANal Gaming Stream. And today, as you can see, we are playing some more Animal Crossing New Horizons and and Troopers very excited to join in already. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in all across the internet. We've got some folks over there joining us on Twitch, on YouTube. That's right, Trooper. And we are here to have, Emily, based off of all the snow that's falling on your island, maybe it's Trooper right now.
We're here to have a chill time.
Gonna have a chill time. Yeah, you know, the more you snow, everybody. But we're gonna be taking a bit of a lazy time here in Animal Crossing, looking around for some more animals. And you know, Emily, one of the things that I'm gonna turn to face you as if I was addressing you here in the game.
Dear.
Doh. Sorry, I'm hoofing it over here away from these ungulate puns. I'm ungulate for work. Okay, no, coming back. Very very quickly. You're, by the way, Emily. Just I want to say, I'm always learning a whole lot from you during these streams. You are an elk of knowledge. Nice. But so this channel is a pun overdose. That's right, Reggie.
Yeah.
Stickle around and stickle around, and we got your back here for those puns. But one thing, Emily, I was going to say, you know, if we run out of things to do today, I was going to say we should challenge ourselves if we find animals that we've already found here previously to come up with one new fact that maybe we haven't shared, sort of maybe an obscure facts version. I kind of just came up with this. I didn't tell you any about that before. But I was kind of thinking maybe we could do that, you know, if we don't find some of the special animals there, but we could maybe challenge ourselves as obscure factoids of animals we've already seen. But we are on episode 38. Emily, can you believe it?
It's hard. I know, Trooper. It is very hard to believe. I forgot that I was... So, background. Trooper is very borky right now. I forgot that I was getting a package, and mail comes, like, right around 3 o'clock. So, there's a box at my door, and Trooper is like, alert, alert, there are other fellow humans here.
There is a box.
Yeah. Whoops.
What's in the box? What's in the box? I hope either one more or one less than 7 things. All right.
There are ducks in a box. No.
No.
Hey Pat. Well, I wasn't prepared for anything else today, but.
What? Huh?
You're in the.
What? Oh, I should get out of the way. Sorry, I was looking at our tweet.
Oh, that's okay.
What's up?
I wasn't prepared for anything else, but I do know that we've been on a quest for an anglerfish lately, which we'll start fishing for that around 4 o'clock. But look!
Whoa! Fish bait!
Yeah, made 200 fish bait for us. So
200 fish bait?
Yep. Thanks.
Emily, how?
I would like to introduce you to something called anxiety.
Well, everybody, if we can get some W's in the chat for Emily here, real quick, Emily, can we come over here real quick and just stand on the beach for a thumbnail for the tweet?
Yeah, of course.
Here, I'm just gonna cast out here,
And then you know,
do what you got to do.
Here, hold on, I'll get us centered up here. Little zoom in. There we go.
Nice.
I can always do a little.
I just saw in the chat from Sarah Spork. Wow, it's in the box.
Wow.
Wait, what? Don't. That's a weird thumbnail, Emily. Change your expression, please. That's a very weird thumbnail when I'm doing that. We've got a question over before we get started with some more educational content. What kind of a doggo is a trooper?
Oh, that's a very good question. Oh, that was Jasper over on YouTube. Trooper is a rescue dog, and so we have no idea what kind of pupper she is. She is the best kind of pupper, a mystery pupper, but she is potentially a black lab greyhoundy shepherdish mix of some kind. But yes, she's adorable. That's the kind of breed she is.
You know, Emily, based off of how you're dressed currently in the game, Emily, I would say that maybe you have no idea of the trooper breed, maybe. Sorry, I'll go back to doing my tweet. Oh dear, I'll go back. Sorry, just moosing around over here. Okay. Have you ever seen a moose
We're
in
here
real
to
life, Emily?
learn something, Pat.
We are here to learn something. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but this ant learning is about to drop. Because the difference between a horn and an antler is that you shed antlers and horns are permanent. Is that correct? I believe so. I believe I'm remembering that.
Say that
correctly.
again. Sorry, I got distracted by the pun button.
Antlers are shed and horns are not shed.
Yes,
that is the difference.
That is correct.
Oh, look at me go. Land-based mammal knowledge. Who would have thought?
You. But yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly right. No, this outfit was in the Mabel Sisters yesterday, and I'm never taking it off.
That's awesome.
How's that tweet going?
Oh, typos everywhere that I have to fix.
Well.
Well,
you do that. No, I know that you were concerned about something before.
What was I concerned about?
So I'm just gonna run into my house and grab them for you.
Oh, okay, I'll keep fishing here. By the way, for everybody here joining us on the chat on YouTube or over on Twitch, if you participated in our little bit of fun over on Twitter and, well, I guess all of our social media platforms, we posted about trying to guess how many jellies we have in our sea nettle chrysal. Our sea nettle aquarists, our jelly aquarists, they just did a nice big bleach of the tank, clean everything out, and have put the nettles back in, and they counted them while they did that. So I don't actually have the results of who was closest, but if you guessed 85, we're going to go based off of timestamp, so there's no reason to guess now. But if you were looking over on YouTube or on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, etc., and you were wondering how many sea nettles were in the sea nettle chrysal, the number is 85. So congratulations to anybody who guessed that directly. Again, we're looking at timestamps, so there's no reason to tweet at us now. But yeah, awesome.
You still over here?
Oh, yep. And Wilderness Gay there in the chat mentioning, horns are usually keratin. Keratin being the same thing that your fingernails and your hair is made out of. So if you look at a rhino horn, it's actually really just matted together hair there. Oh, Emily.
Yeah?
You gave me pants.
Yeah, they're totally normal pants. There's definitely not anything suspicious about them at all.
The fact that they're called punk pants makes me think that you're maybe having some kind of creative license over, I feel like either insulted or, great about it. So, all right. Emily, look.
Hold on. I forgot that I needed to, once again, everyone can see me doing some inventory management on stream right now too.
It's all good, everybody.
Sorry, friends. We'll go as quickly as possible here.
Oh, I had pants the whole time, Emily. Well, I'm gonna wear the pants that you gave me because that's awesome.
I have other pants for you too. I grabbed.
It's all good.
I am also gonna grab. Let's see here. So,
for those of you who might be watching and wondering, when does the Monterey Bay Aquarium actually play this game? Well, it's a very slow process when we do end up playing. Go back through our many other episodes in Animal Crossing. We have a few VODs over on YouTube and all of our VODs here on Twitch as well. The real pants were the friends we made along the way. Yep.
There's some real pants.
Almost a pun a minute. Yeah, if for those of you who maybe watched us over on GDQ, that was a whole lot of fun earlier. Oh, there's more pants?
Yeah, just in case you didn't want to wear punk.
Okay, no, here, but watch this, Emily. Watch this.
I'm...
Pro gamer moves about to happen, everybody. If you were on the last stream, you may know that I had no pants on when Emily gave me this awesome overcoat. And so now I have an awesome overcoat and pants. So I appreciate everybody out there being okay with my disrobing on stream for a second time. I swear I'll learn how to play this game at some point. But here, let me here. Nice. The slacks look good. I wonder, can I wear them with my waders?
Probably.
Oh no, the waders replaced the coat. Never mind. Thanks, Emily.
No
You're the
problem.
best.
I got you.
All right. Well, yeah. So we are tweeted, and
I should have chosen a different color of pants because it still looks like you aren't wearing any.
well, what?
I guess it's a little bit easier to
Booyah!
fishin'.
Boom.
Yeah, instead of fashion, is it fishin'? Yeah.
It's fishing. Yeah. Well, I like how you can see your breath. It's so cold out here.
It's very cool. When you run, you can see your breath. Look at you go. Look at it go.
So yeah, with that, Emily, I think maybe the only other thing I have to do is maybe an Instagram story that we are gaming. Do you wanna I don't know, take us to a spot where we're doing some stuff
Sure.
in the game while and I'll come find you, but I'm just gonna do a quick
Okay.
little
I'm just gonna
Instagram story.
Doot, doot,
Yeah,
Okay.
Patrick getting dressed in this game is not very efficient. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. We've all been pantless and confused lately. Yep. Yeah, going back to the office is going to be a change, Emily.
Well, I mean, yesterday we got to hang out together for the King Tide live stream in real life for the first time at the aquarium since we've been closed. And I had to put on real pants for work, which that was different.
Yep.
Yeah. Forgot what that was like.
Emily, there's a question in the chat from Big Brain. So careful. We got some big brain questions over there in the chat.
I'm ready.
What are some facts about Ocean Sunfish? We ran by your Ocean Sunfish
True.
awesome sculpture there at the beginning. Can you tell us a little bit more about Ocean Sunfish
love
while I Instagram post away?
I mean, despite what the internet might tell you, this is the most amazing fish in the entire universe here. Is it really just gonna... Oh, there we go. I guess this is a better angle right here. Yeah, so ocean sunfish are actually related to fish like puffer fish, boxfish, porcupine fish, even though they might not look like it. But they are part of the Tetraodontiformes, if you want to really impress all of your friends with that $10 science word right there. But
That's full value science words.
Yeah.
10 whole science bucks.
10 little science bucks to spend at your friendly local
At your knowledge bank.
science bank. Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they're amazing. They can breach out of the water. They have this really incredibly shaped body that looks super prehistoric, but evolutionarily, they are one of the most modern fishes that there are in the ocean. They eat mostly gelatinous animals when they are older.
The gelata.
The gelata.
If you thought you were a gelato fiend, careful the gelata fiends.
And one of my favorite things is that they will lay on the surface, hence the name sunfish. They get that name because they'll sun themselves up at the surface to get warm from really deep dives that they'll make down in the ocean. When they do that, seabirds will come and they'll pick parasites off of their body. Mollusk are highly parasitized fish, and they have skin that is about, can be up to 6 inches thick in places on their body. So they get parasites all over them. The different seabirds will sit on top of the water and pick those parasites off of them for the most part. But they have to be careful that they don't sit up at the top of the water for too long. Otherwise, if there's no more parasites, then the birds will go for their eyeballs. So
Would you say that they pick a peck of pesky parasites?
They do pick a peck of pesky parasites. That's very true, Patrick. Um,
I'm contributing to the conversation.
woo, it's a conversation that we're having right now.
A conversation. Right.
They are the mollidays out there. They are the largest bony fish in our oceans too. They can get 12 to 14 feet. Whoa, boy! English is a language that I speak
it's hard for them. It's hard for them to fit places because of them being 12 to 14 feet.
Yeah,
no,
12 to 14 feet from fin tip to fin tip. I was trying to combine fin and tip, and it just ended up as fit, which is an actual word, and so it didn't make sense there. But yeah, fin tip to fin tip, 12 to 14 feet, over 5,000 pounds. There's been a recorded large female mola with over 30 million eggs. So like they are very fecund animals. There are so many cool things that we can talk about molas.
All right, Emily, I have posted.
You've posted.
Content has been created. The folks over on
Huzzah.
Instagram stories should know that we are live doing some fun stuff. I'm hanging out with the drying squid. I'm going past my bike, coming to find you over here. Hello. We did it. All right, what are we doing?
I'm running this way. Oh, well, first I'm gonna I'll need shoes where we're going.
All right, let me get my trunks on. Let's do this. Oh, look at the snowman. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I still need to get my big snowflakes for today.
Look at all the snowfolk.
Yeah, I got snow boys.
So many snowfolk. Holy-oop! Boosh!
Yay!
Oh dear, oh whale. Hey, that was literally a moment to say oh dear, oh whale, Emily.
Oh dear, oh well.
TikTok. Cool. Well, yeah, thanks again for joining us, everybody. Oh, Topaz is in the chat. Nice to see you. How many pecks of pesky parasites did precocious Patrick pick? A peck.
A peck.
Oh yeah, Sadie79. It is difficult to find molas in the game. Yeah, we were very, very excited when we caught them on stream. Ooh, Emily.
Yes.
I saw that you had that turban snail there.
I forgot that we were doing that. Oh, so
just wondering. Is there any turban snail facts you feel like sharing with us?
I'm trying to think if I have any specifically for turban snails. Well, one of the things that I love that they have here in the game, and here I'll swim back over the shore so I can pull it out of my pocket here.
That could be a riddle for everybody. What's in my pocket?
What's in my pocket?
Ellen. No. That's not fair, precious.
Ta-da! And forgive me if we've already spoken about this on the stream before, but if you see that little swirly, that little curly Q inside of its shell right there, that is something called an operculum. An operculum is an independent piece of shell that these snails produce to act almost like a little trap door for themselves. So they live in these areas where they're going to be exposed to the elements, to the sun, etc., for part of the day, since they are intertidal animals. So when the tide goes out, they need to stay nice and wet. And so what they do is they'll close up that little trap door with water inside. And so that keeps them nice and wet while the tide is out. It also helps protect them from predators, from pesky things like, say, like an oyster catcher who comes along with its little probing beak trying to get inside of that nice little shell there, get to all that tasty snail inside. So instead they have the little trap door, an operculum right there. Other animals have operculums too, so it's a science word that you might hear like thrown out across species, but it's different than in like when we're talking about snails. Snails have that little trapdoor operculum right there. And oftentimes if you walk along a beach, you'll see those little perfectly round operculums washed up on shore. So
That's
keep
right.
an eye out for them on the shore if you are ever combing for seashells.
Yeah, and many of those used historically as currency and jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a lot of really really cool operculums in indigenous art all around the coastlines. I mean, all around the world. Very very cool, beautiful uh, little bit of gastropod anatomy. The other thing, maybe here's an obscure fact potentially. If any of you folks out there are familiar with the Shape of Life documentary series, which the aquarium helped fund back in the day with Sea Studios, which was next door to the aquarium. There's an amazing biologist. I forget his name right now, but he's blind but is able to feel just with the shell. He can identify the species of the snail shell, obviously, but also identify a lot of different things about the snail's life and how the shell may or may not have broken over time. Lots of really imperceptible things just by feeling the shell. And so I encourage you, if you ever find a seashell on the beach and you're picking it up, leave it there. Don't bring it home. But if you're picking it up and you're feeling it, think about feeling for inconsistencies and different things on there, and you'll start noticing, if you look really really close, that there might be cracks in the shell that the animal healed, or little indents that show maybe a battle with a crab or something else trying to crunch on the shell. There's an entire life story of the snail in that shell. So just thinking about something something we haven't brought up with these animals previous. That operculum is something to look for if you find a snail that's still in there, or something to look for on the beach and in the tide pool. But also, if you ever do find a seashell, take a really really close look at it and see if you can feel or look for breaks that the animal healed while it was still alive, because the shell is still a living part of the animal that's being built up all the time. It's like little homeowner doing little home repairs. There's something that Emily knows a lot about now that she's in her own house. You're a little snail in your little house.
Yes, I am a snail inside of my house here.
No.
We had another question there. What other types of animals have operculums? Fish, in particular, are ones that we're very familiar with. The gill coverings. Yes. So they have a special bone that covers their gills, and as they open and close that, just like a little trapdoor again, that is also called an operculum right there. That probably has something to do with the etymology. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
I think operculum I think is just like a cover to
it's Latin for little lid. I love
little
it.
Lid.
Little
there
lid.
You go.
Operculum.
No.
Oh my gosh. And in human brain anatomy, there are operculums too. I knew it. Yeah. So operculums in your brain, in fish, and in snails. A little lid.
Well,
I love it.
Apparently, I lack little lids for certain thoughts that get out on stream. Maybe I need a few more opercula, everybody. If the snail was venomous, your boy Splendens makes a good point. Don't pick up just any snail. There are some very venomous snails out there. Don't pick up a snail if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, similar to our talk about mushrooms, if you don't know what you're doing, leave them alone.
Yeah.
That we don't have too many venomous snails in our area, but we do have the California cone snail. I'm not familiar with them being exceedingly dangerous, but in the tropics, cone snails can be extremely gnarly. Them being a mollusk, the compounds that they have, the toxins that they have in them, very similar to blue-ringed octopus, which has a huge reputation for being such a small, teeny tiny little octopus. So don't mess with mollusks, especially the venomous mollusks, because those are no joke. They've got some powerful weaponry there.
I've told you how I have a picture of me holding a cone snail, right?
Yes, I believe. Yeah. Oh, I believe. Yeah. We're bringing up a lot of different. This is going back in the lore. Yeah, I believe you mentioned that on one of our first streams.
Yeah, when I was in college, we came out here to California and did a trawl down in Southern California for science, and did a survey of the kinds of animals in as this location that we were in, and one of them was a cone snail, and it had its operculum closed and everything, and we were being very safe. But I took a picture of it with me, like looking like I was some kind of, you know, mean, mugging, bad scientist. You know, belonged to my you know, tough girl scientist gang and everything. Anyway, I'll try and find that picture sometime. We'll put it up just like your jellyfish photo.
Just like my jellyfish stung in the face lips photo. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. I want to apologize to Adam Lunas over on YouTube for an over-eager Nightbot. Apologies. Sorry about that.
Yes.
Yeah. We need to see that photo, Emily.
I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling through that book of faces right now. It's from a while back. Let's see here.
For a minute ago, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well, I'm looking around for other things to talk about. The organ that makes the snail shell is known as the mantle. So for those of you folks out there interested in mollusk anatomy, the mantle is what helps make the shell of snails and bivalves, and then the mantle is what looks like the head on the back of an octopus. But as we've talked about numerous times on the stream, an octopus body is really, you know, the arms out the front, then the middle part is their head, and then the mantle holds the rest of the organs that are below our head on our body. So that's where, you know, the gills are, that's where the digestive system is, ink sac, etc. So when you're looking at the quote head, the backside of an octopus, that's actually its body parts, the rest of its organs there, and that's the mantle that holds it all together. So if you're eating squid, calamari, you might be familiar with the squid rings part, and those are the cuts through of the mantle itself. So it's that's what that structure is. So like we've talked about previously with cephalopods, if you wanted to be a cephalopod for Halloween, what you really need to do to really commit to the role is move your head to your midsection, move your arms and feet around your mouth, and then put your lungs and intestines and everything behind the back of your head, extending out that way. That's how you become a cephalopod if you're walking around. Denmark Mackie, we have a question. How many jellyfish are in the aquarium? We just had a little contest today to see if you could guess how many we have in our sea nettle chrysal, and the number was 85. Emily, I see that your controller is asleep on the Twitch stream.
Yeah,
okay,
I fixed it.
Nice. But yeah, how many jellies? 85 in the sea nettle chrysal. Many, many hundreds with all of the ones that we have behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, etc. Cool. Emily, did you find that photo?
I did.
You did? Are we going to show it?
We are. It's a very embarrassing photo.
Okay,
so.
and we are again sharing this with the warning of do not do this. Right?
Well, it's because I forgot that in this photo, that right before this photo was taken, literally like the week before this photo was taken, was when I had the incident of me being electrocuted while I was trying to rescue a hawk, and then I fell on the floor and smashed my face in. So
Wait,
my face is still
hold
a little
on.
wrecked
Have I
from
heard that story, Emily? I don't think I've heard that story.
I've told you that story like a million times.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I've heard it in bits and pieces, or something happened to my quarantine brain and I'm forgetting. Either way, I feel like we need disclaimer, Emily and Patrick are scientists, which means that our stupidity is done professionally. Emily, I'm imagining in my head the scene from Jurassic Park with Timmy climbing up the electric fence and the electricity coming back on and you falling 50 feet off.
You're not far off.
Pretty close? Okay.
So again, in college, I volunteered for a local wildlife rescue. And this is one of the first places that I fell in love with birds, because I didn't have my rabies shot, so I couldn't work with the mammals. So instead, I got to work with all of the birds at the wildlife rescue. And this was my first time going out on an actual rescue with the group. Before I was just working with the animals at the actual shelter at the facility itself, and doing all the rehabilitation, but I wasn't doing the actual rescue. So this was my first time out there. We were all so excited. And this, it was a red-tailed hawk. It had gotten itself caught up in so there was a downed electrical wire that was touching a barbed fence around a local ranch. So we had called and like made sure that like power had been shut off and everything so that we could go in there. The poor hawk, I mean, it was just absolutely heartbreaking. Like all of its feathers had basically just been completely singed to nothing. Like it looked almost like it was like a naked bird. The smell was just awful. Like it was just the poor thing. And so I'd been trained like how to handle raptors and everything and and all that. And so they were, you know, like we're standing there like talking about it and like, okay, here's what you're going to do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What we didn't realize is that the power company had turned off the wrong wire. And so I went in there to grab the hawk out of the barbed wire fence that it had been tangled up in, and ended up as the then conductor to bring all of this electricity into the ground. And I mean, I don't remember anything about the actual electrocution.
Oh God.
What I do remember is waking up because the last thing I remember is grabbing the bird, and then waking up and being like, boy, like, wow. Like, I don't remember falling asleep. Like, okay, wait, it's like really wet on the ground. Like, what? Wait, why am I on the ground? Wait, what's going on right now? Wait, the hawk, is the hawk okay? And that was the first words out of my mouth was, is the hawk okay? As people are all like around me, like trying to like be like, Emily, oh my God. Hawk was fine. I was fine. The reason the ground was wet was because, you know, this is Arizona. It's a very like rocky desert and everything. And you're out on this ranch. And so when I got electrocuted, there was absolutely nothing to break my fall, because I sure wasn't going to break my fall. So my face met an unfortunate end with the very hard ground underneath me. And it was wet because of my blood. I was just in a puddle of my blood. Yeah, I had to go to like the hospital and stuff. Bird went back to the animal hospital. I went to the actual hospital. I was totally fine though. My face hurt a lot. But yeah, in this photo that you're about to see, you're going to see a scar across my nose. My face is still pretty puffy. Even though I am making,
then you decided to follow up by holding a cone snail. Emily lives life on the edge.
I don't learn lessons very easily.
Did the hawk make it?
The hawk did make it. Yeah, the hawk did really well. It actually stayed at the wildlife center for a while because it had to regrow all of its feathers pretty much.
Wow.
But the hawk did really, really well.
Yeah, boy, Splendens. No, that's the wrong lesson to take from this.
Yeah, that was so I ended up like knocking one of my teeth back. It didn't knock my tooth completely out, but it just like, instead of like, I had braces before and my teeth were all beautifully straight and everything, and it just totally like knocked one of my teeth back in my mouth, broke my nose, split my lip open, split my chin open. I had stitches, all the whole 9 yards. So take that with a grain of salt.
Let's see the photo, Emily. Let's see the photo. Let's see it. Let's see it.
We'll throw that up there for now. But that's me holding
for a quick sec. We don't have to leave it up.
Yeah.
Emily, you look fine for somebody that.
You can see like how crooked my nose is.
Oh goodness, Emily.
It's still like all red on the front. There's a scar across the top of it. Yeah.
Look at you holding.
The stitches were out. The stitches were out, so that's good.
Awesome.
All right, that's enough. We're gonna transition right on out of that there.
Wow. I remember the story now, but it had been a minute. My goodness.
Yeah, everyone's saying the story is worse than the picture. Keep in mind that this was like a week or two after, and this is also back when cameras were not very good because I'm old, so you don't get the full on detail there. I still have that scar across my nose and my lip though, from that, and of course my tooth is still not in the right place, but.
The scars I have on my face are mostly from falling in the bathtub when I was a kid, standing up when my parents were just like, sit down. I'm just like, no. And then would stand up, fall over, crack my, just like, pop open the side of your eyebrow, that very thin part there. And just so, not as cool of a story as rescuing a hawk from a barbed wire fence and saving both it and yourself by pile driving into the ground. There were a few people in chat saying, and I hope this story concludes with Emily getting a fat settlement for the lawsuit. But here, Emily, we've got maybe a few questions here in the chat we can proceed with. There's 2 questions that I saw. One question for you is, what are some intersections of physics and ocean life, which is just a fascinating discussion. We could probably do a whole 2 hours on that.
Yeah.
And then another question is a little bit of an off-season question, but could you tell us some fun facts about the whale shark? It is Kiku Kobayashi's favorite animal. So do you feel like talking about maybe whale sharks first, or physics and ocean life again?
Well,
What do we
can let's run over to our aquarium because we have a whale shark in there.
That's
So-
right. Fiore, Patrick breaking his face, just falling out of a chair. No, little 2-year-old me in the bathtub trying to stand up and do tricks.
My niece actually just had to go in and get stitches yesterday. She fell down and split her chin open. So
Yeah, I broke my nose high jumping. That's the only thing. That's my only claim to fame. Torn a few ligaments, but broken stuff.
Yeah. That's
Emily arrives at an entangled hawk. Hawk hurt. Emily electrocuted. Face scarred. Emily is forcibly removed from the premises.
pretty much. I did not want to go to the hospital. I was just like, I'm fine. Everything hurts, but I'm fine.
Oh, and the follow-up after we talk about whale sharks and physics is, do we have any facts about sea spiders, pycnogonids? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Helium over on YouTube. We can talk about those in a sec. Oh, and also Board Acratosaurus wants to know more about harbor seals in the bay. Goodness, lots of different things to talk about.
So many questions. I love it.
Where is the whale shark again? Is it in the big open sea
It's
one?
in the big open sea one with the mola.
That's right.
Hello. Look, Pat. Oh dear, a whale shark.
Oh dear, a whale. Is that what we named our whale shark?
I don't think so.
What did we name our whale shark, chat?
Oh, wait, did we not write it down? Hold on.
No, I'm looking. I'm
No,
looking.
we did
I'm
write
looking.
it down.
I mean, we have Jocelyn the white shark. We have MC Hammerhead shark. Oh, baby whale shark.
Baby. Yeah, baby. Thank you.
Baby
SDG
whale shark.
got it.
Do,
Yeah,
do, do, do.
yeah. Baby.
Yep.
Yes. Thank
Baby
you.
the whale shark. We actually do need to do a wiki on our website for the Animal Crossing lore. Maybe we'll get one of our amazing coworkers to do that for us. We'll work on it.
Pat, where are you?
Wandering Falcon, did I miss saying "Oh dear, oh whale" whilst
Yeah.
wearing the deer head? Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
upstairs.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you are. Hey, buddy. I'm down
Hello. Cool. I'll just be in the window up here,
here.
creeping.
Just creeping. Straight up creeping.
Hello.
up there.
This is a very funny visual right now.
This is very good. Hold on. Well, wait. There we go. Almost. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
all right.
There's so much to
So,
talk
whale
about.
shark
about the whale
facts.
shark.
Largest fish in the world.
They eat
That goes
plankton. Yeah.
that goes without saying. 60 plus feet long for the biggest ones.
Mhm.
Emily and I have both seen whale sharks in the Sea of Cortez, the Gulf of California, the preferred term. Gulf of California. I've seen 7-foot whale sharks, which are basically newborn little babies. You could tell that they were babies too, because when you put the GoPro underwater and pulled the footage back out, you could hear them go, "I'm a baby, I'm a baby whale shark." So that's one of the main ways that you can tell outside of size is just how they sound on your footage. And what else about them? As opposed to a basking shark, they've got kind of a different style of face that they're filter feeding with. They do a lot of slurping. They do a lot of sucking up of water. So there's often photos of them coming up kind of almost vertical in the water column and slurping up bait fish or other things. They do definitely swim through the water and filter feed with their gills, but there's also a lot of slurpage going on with whale shark. Basking sharks, as far as I know, are a little bit more in the active pasta strainer category of shark as they swim through the water with their mouth open all the time. So a little bit more slurping of planktonic soup on the whale shark side.
Yeah, I think we mentioned this a lot, that like they're also like completely silent when they're swimming through the water, that you would imagine that these giants in the ocean would be making so much noise, but because of the keels that they have along their body, and because of that streamlined shape that they have, and because of the way that their dermal denticles work, that's the scale like little things that are on their skin. They're like basically like tiny little teeth that cover their skin. So like one way it's very, very smooth, and the other way it's very rough like sandpaper. But those dermal denticles help reduce the drag of their bodies in the water. It helps reduce the sound. So they are completely silent as they are swimming through the ocean, which is just absolutely incredible.
That's right. Largest of the cartilaginous fish by far. For those of you folks out there who may not be familiar, sharks are not bony. They're actually very, I guess like limber, soft compared to a bony fish. They have only cartilage in their skeleton there. So that's also part of why it's difficult to tell how old a whale shark might be, because there's very few ways to really tell how a shark is growing with that cartilage. With bony fish, they have the bony ear bones known as otoliths that people use to be able to see how old a fish is, because those otoliths lay on one ring on it every year, but not the same thing with those sharks. Sorry, there were a few things over in chat. Is it true that they have to keep swimming to breathe? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, whale sharks are definitely one of those RAM ventilators.
Yes.
Whale sharks are more like ee, and basking sharks are more like oh. Oh. Yep. I agree with that.
Very, very true.
Fiore, let's talk about Wiki offline. Sounds awesome. Yeah, and as far as I know, the local whale sharks, the whale sharks that you find off of Southern California and Mexico onto Ecuador, Costa Rica, etc., all along Central and South America, those whale sharks that also go out to the Galapagos Islands, as far as I know, they are pupping in the northern Gulf of California for at least some of them. So when you see the like 20 to 30 footers off of La Paz and Cabo Pulmo and the southern tip of the Baja Peninsula, those are kind of your young adult whale sharks, and the full-blown adults are the ones that are a little bit further south around the equator.
Yeah.
All right, whale shark facts done.
Whale shark facts
Emily.
done. Related to this,
Yes.
we had a question over on YouTube. What is the purpose of Remoras, Patrick?
What is the purpose of Remoras? Well, the purpose, they're there to remind you of things that you did wrong in your life. Sorry, that's remorse. That's remorse. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're the fridge magnet of the ocean world for sure. They're one of those animals that definitely can be a souvenir of passing by a reef. They are there to pick up the scraps. Just remoras. And by the way, our remora is called regerts, the remora.
Yes.
I forget the lore there. I think it was a pun on remorse. We have some
Yeah.
regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some regrets.
Regrets. But yeah, remoras are at best a little bit of flair attached to larger ocean predators, and at worst a pest that go after little bits of food on the side. What I do know from a friend of mine, we've talked about this on stream, but Emily, you know, our good friend Joe Platko has a beautiful mane of hair that often sticks out from underneath his wetsuit hood. And when he went to Florida to take photos of sharks that had remoras on them, he had one dive where he had his hair kind of poking out from under his hood, and the remora was viciously attacking his head and hair to the point where he said that he was more afraid of the remoras than the 20-foot hammerhead and tiger sharks that were going by in front of him. So for those of you folks out there wondering, if you ever do a shark dive, it's the remoras that you have to be worried about suctioning onto you. And also in the silent world, in Cousteau's silent world, the first underwater color video that Cousteau made, there's a wonderful 3-second scene of just one of Cousteau's associates grabbing a remora and sticking it on the back of a guy on the ship. And I just can't imagine the horrible hickey that resulted from that. They have a modified dorsal fin that acts like a super powered suction cup. So if you slap a remora on someone's back, they're gonna have some remorse, you know.
Yeah, they will have some regrets. Yeah.
Yeah. Does the remorse suctioning on hurt at all? Yep.
Yeah.
Joe Platko, sorry, Platko.
Yeah. Another
Emily,
specific question was if they're gonna harm parrotfish, and honestly, they're occupying a totally different niche than parrotfish. They're just there to be scavengers. They're there for the leftovers of all these other big fish that they are hanging out with. Parrotfish are going to be hanging out on reefs and doing their own thing, so they aren't really going to cross paths there.
That's right. Emily,
Patrick,
question for you. The follow-up question after the whale shark facts that we had was, can we talk very quickly about some interactions between physics and ocean life?
That's true.
I mean, again, that could be an entire stream, and maybe we should do a stream with a physical oceanographer.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Get someone
because that would be
Bari. Yeah,
fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can get an entire degree in physical oceanography. There are so many overlaps there, from just the way that currents move around the planet to the way that waves work. When you think of waves, you kind of think of them in this kind of, this very even sine wave. Like you get a little swell and then it goes away, and then another swell and it goes away, and you have these waves coming, but then because the ocean has so many different things that are influencing it, you can get things like sneaker waves that are just 7 times bigger than every other wave that has been rolling in that same set as well. And all of these physicists trying to figure that out, because that has really important implications to coastlines, to ships out at sea who are transporting goods from place to place. That's a very, very big industry trying to figure out the physics of waves in our ocean, to the way that sediment moves down on the seafloor. That's a big thing that physicists study. I mean, there are so many things to do with physical oceanography, Pat. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one. So I'll mention 2 fun physics facts about the ocean here real quick, Emily. And here, just to change things up for the viewers, I'm gonna run down here.
I'm gonna run up.
Swapsies. But so two fun things. So what just happened recently is we had the king tides that just happened. So if you haven't seen those king tides before, go check out on our Twitch VOD, on our YouTube. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter as well. But we just had the largest tides of the year here. And the tides are a really fascinating phenomena where it's basically a global wave that is created by the gravitational pull of the moon first and foremost, and then the sun secondarily. And so to visualize how gravity works in the cosmos, you have probably heard about putting a bowling ball in the middle of a taut sheet, and so you end up having the bowling ball sitting in this little divot where it's bending the fabric literally of space and time there. And so if the Earth is a bowling ball hanging out in that sheet, and then you've got the moon going around the Earth every 28 days, it's creating little divots of gravity around the Earth, and then every so often that divot of gravity lines up with the same divot as the sun, and that's when you have the spring tides. Spring tides are the highest tides that we have during normal time. And then in this time of year is when we're actually closest to the sun in our orbit, and when you have the biggest spring tides where the moon is closest to the Earth in its orbit while the Earth is closest to the sun, then you've got all that gravity acting in a stronger way in the same direction, and you end up having this huge pull on the ocean that the Earth then spins through, because the moon goes around the Earth every 28 days, and then the Earth is spinning around itself every 24 hours, right? That's how you get the day. But you have that water pulled away from the Earth, and then the Earth rotates through that, and that's why you have the huge tide moving and then the very low tide right after. And that has huge impacts on the intertidal community, the animals that are living between the land and the water. Some of them are more aquatic than they are land animals. Some of them are more land animals than they are aquatic animals. So huge impacts on those animals there from that physics. Then on a much smaller scale, one of my favorite interactions of physics with ocean life is what happens with cavitation in the punch of a mantis shrimp. Mantis shrimp have a few different styles, but one of them is a puncher. And when they move their claw forward, it moves so quickly that when it hits the snail or the crab that it's trying to eat, there's a first impact, and then as the claw retreats, it creates a area of extremely low pressure, and that low pressure vaporizes the water, and then when the water collapses back on itself, it creates a flash of light because it gets so incredibly superheated as that cavitation bubble collapses, as it's known. Cavitation bubbles can have huge consequences for boat propellers. As an example, they can destroy your boat propeller if you have cavitation bubbles. But so the mantis shrimp can punch a crab, and then there's a secondary blast that happens from that cavitation bubble and with that flash of light. So the idea behind like lowering the pressure, vaporizing, causing a bubble, and then the light that happens when it collapses on itself, the temperature, everything, that's all physics. And it's incredible to think about. So those are my two physics facts there. The tides on the huge level, and then the mantis shrimp. All right, cool. Emily, did you have any preferred physics facts before we move on to the next question?
Those were two very good physics facts. My physics fact was just about sneaker waves, and then you just kind of like
that's right. Sneaker waves.
Like whatever.
Do you have another one? Because I did too. Sorry.
Oh boy, I'm trying to think of like some other good physics facts. I mean, like the physics facts of like. Sorry, no, go ahead. If you have a third one. That
No. I have one for you. I don't mean to give you a physics fact, but because it's related to a bird, I think maybe you would want to share it.
Okay.
You want to talk about Phalarope vortexes?
Oh, we could totally talk about Phalarope vortexes. Yeah. I was just going to talk about upwelling and the
okay, yeah, do both.
That,
nice.
No, Phalaropes are so much better.
No, but we could do upwelling because behind you is a seamount, and there's
that's true. Okay, so so Phalaropes, 10 out of 10, an amazing bird.
10 out of 10 would Phalarope again.
And 10 out of 10 would Phalarope again. Absolutely. But these are just amazing little small, well, I say small, they're like medium-sized shorebirds that fly thousands and thousands of miles around the world on their migrations. But they depend on wetlands, and specifically they depend on tiny little like copepods and krill and little tiny crustaceans hanging out up in the water column to survive on these long migrations that they're making. But oftentimes, they're just sitting on top of the water, and those little tasty snacks are just below the surface, and they aren't diving birds. These are actual shore birds. So they aren't going to be able to dive under the water to catch their food. So instead they bring the food to them. So what they do is they will spin around on the surface. They will use their little feet, and they'll spin in a little circle and create their own little vortex. That vortex will draw the food from down below up to the surface, where then they can just
doing my best impression.
Exactly, just like that. And just...
And then
and then stop.
Zoom. I'm a fallow rope swing.
So if you're ever watching our aviary cam and it pans over to the left side of the exhibit, that's where we have red fallow ropes and red-necked fallow ropes over there. But every now and then you can see them doing their little swirls in the water and having their snacks. So we'll put things like krill in the water for them. We'll put little worms in the water for them, and they spin around, and they can bring all those little nummy bits up to the surface there to encourage that kind of natural foraging behavior that they have. And it's so fun. I love them. Red fallow ropes, in case you didn't tune into our Games and Quick stream, was that only last week? Time is meaningless again.
It was last week. Yeah. Can you believe it?
Week? Oh my gosh. But we also, we talked on there about how female fallow ropes are just like these amazing, like, tough women of the world.
That's right.
Basically, they're the ones who are choosing their mates. And then they will lay eggs and then just take off and then just let the men do all of the work for them while they're the ones who are bigger than the males. They are more colorful than the males, and they just kind of go off and do their own thing. And they're these amazing, like, little wonderful female birds out there. They've just like totally flipped what are the normal roles in the bird world for taking care of your young. So yeah. Excellent.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, in a sense, Emily, you're talking about upwelling from the little bird perspective, but then also the upwelling that happens along the coast is very similar. Upwelling being when colder water from below gets brought up to the surface thanks to the wind and the spinning of the planet. Did you want to go more into that?
I mean, we can both talk about it. I was trying to see if there was an emote that I could use for
okay.
Or a reaction, I guess, for that. No, but keep on talking. I've got some in mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So behind you, behind us here in the exhibit, you folks can see that there's some rock work there. And this is a really good example of what would be known as a seamount, an underwater mountain. And those could be volcanoes. Those could be sunken mountain ranges. And around seamounts, you get a lot of upwelling from bottom currents that are moving along the bottom of the sea, hence the name. And as they hit a seamount, it starts moving up that wall. And as that happens, you start mixing water. Water likes to be stratified, or often gets stratified in the ocean. I believe stratified is when you're satisfied with your stratification. But stratified water happens all the time from a few different things. You can have what's known as a halocline, where you've got a barrier between different salinities of water. You've also got what's known as a thermocline, where you've got a layering between hot and cold water, hotter water being less dense and therefore up on the surface, and colder water being denser and therefore down a little bit deeper. So with these different ways, and there's a few other ways they can be stratified. But in the ocean, obviously, if you have something that dies, it's going to start sinking. And so you start getting food and nutrition sinking down into the depths, and up near the surface is where the sunlight is for photosynthesis and for that productivity there. So when you have stratified water, then you don't have that same mixing, and so you don't have the same amount of planktonic life. So near seamounts or along the coasts, the west coast of continents, you end up having this coastal upwelling that occurs. So around seamounts, again, that's the current kind of pushing up the wall, starts breaking through those stratifications, mixing up everything, and helping that productivity. But along our west coast, when we are in the springtime, which I can't believe is coming up here in just a few months, in March and April, we start having these winds that blow from the north to the south, which starts creating wind shear, which is more physics. That is awesome work there, Emily, with all of the different. That's awesome. So as the wind is blowing down the coast, it's like an interpretive dance. It's so great. So the wind is blowing down the coast, and it starts to create some wind shear, and it starts pushing the water. And water is very sticky to itself. You may know that the stickiness of water molecules is what allows water to go from the roots of trees up to their leaves as water is evaporating and being used up in photosynthesis in those leaves. Those water molecules are sticky together and form a conveyor belt and go up through the plant up to those leaves from the ground. So the stickiness of water is really important, because as that surface layer of water gets blown away from the coast, or along the coast, it goes offshore. And then the spinning of the earth also affects this, the Coriolis effect. As the earth is rotating, as that wind is blowing, it starts pulling that water away from the coast in sort of this circular motion. And as that happens, well, water is sticky, and it fills every container that it's in. And so in this case, the ocean basin doesn't get lower, it stays the same volume. And so what replaces it, except for cold water that's down deeper, coming up to the surface and then mixing on that sea surface there. So you end up having what's known as Ekman transport. In your case, Emily, with those antlers, Elkman transport, but you have Ekman transport. That is this physical bringing up of that water there through the Coriolis effect and the wind blowing along the coast there. So physics ultimately feed the fishes. And I think that's the name for this episode. Physics feeds the fishes.
Physics feeds the fishes.
There you go. Thanks, Emily. Shout out to Emily for the interpretive dance, if you would please. That was incredible. I don't have any of those emotes. I still have not filled out my emote thing. Emily, I have like 12 emotes at most.
You
so
can
yeah,
go buy
great job
the
there,
new
Emily.
ones, though. You can buy some emotes right now, my boy.
Oh, okay.
And then you can do weird things like
like smelling,
like sniffing you.
Okay. So Emily,
Yes.
there are a few questions about our deep sea exhibit over on YouTube. I saw. Maybe we can talk about our deep sea exhibit over with the deep animals, and also that'll feed two birds with one scone over here with the coelacanth that folks wanted to see.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good approximation of our deep sea exhibit at this point. Look at the Nautilus. It's so cool.
I know. Look at how this has filled out since the last time we were in here.
Oh, it's
Like,
so
we've got
cool.
our sea pig in there. We've got our giant isopod buddy in there. We've got
We
shrimp
do.
heaven in there.
We have shrimp heaven now.
We have shrimp heaven
in there.
now. Shrimp heaven when?
Now,
Now.
I think.
Yeah,
Now, right now. Yeah.
We got our little Vampiro Toothus in there. It's just so good.
Yeah,
I'm
this
very
is
happy.
a really good representation of what we're, not going to be able to provide exactly, but the type of vibe that we've got going on with our new Into the Deep exhibit. That is, I forget time, but 2022, right? Yes, 2022
2022
is when Into the Deep is set to premiere. Obviously, barring another pandemic, but knock on wood, everybody, knock on every piece of wood you have. And yeah, so the Deep exhibit that we're working on, thanks to our colleagues over at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute. So we'll be working on those.
Yeah.
Anything? What else were we gonna talk about? Oh, sea spiders, pycnogonids. Yeah. So real quick, there are spiders in the ocean, quote unquote, not exactly the same type of spider that you'd find on land, but pycnogonids are sea spiders. So somebody asked over on Tumblr, I think it was, or maybe on Twitter, are crabs wet spiders or are spiders dry crabs? And unfortunately, the answer is neither, because we've got our own very own sea spiders and pycnogonids. Emily, somebody over on YouTube is saying, please, Pat, we can't keep doing this. That's related to me losing my pants on stream. All the time. Oh, sorry, Raptor of War, for over-eager Nightbot. You're all good. Pycnogonids. No, that's right, Emily.
Did I? Okay. No, okay,
Yeah.
I did spell it.
No,
Just
that's how you-
looks
that's how you
so
spell it.
wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you can hear
Pycnogonid
me like
translates
clacking
to-
away over here.
Knobby knees.
Nubbinies.
Robin Turner, we didn't delete Raptor of War's comment. Nightbot did because of a listed word in there. Sorry about that, Raptor of War. Yes, I did jinx it. I jinx everything. I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. Oh, Salps. Hey, Fiore. We've got something exciting for you tomorrow. Everybody tune in to our channels
friends.
tomorrow, because got an exciting video. The stoke is salpable, as it were. And yeah. Deb, Loso, it's all Patrick's fault. Typical. Yep, I take full responsibility. But yeah, Emily, what's tomorrow without giving it away? We've
Without
got a
giving
fun
it
thing tomorrow.
away, just tune into our channels or
Yep.
tune into SciShow.
Ooh.
So if you're over there on the tubes of you, the YouTubes, yeah, SciShow. Check them out tomorrow afternoon. Yes, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. East.
Yep.
Or no, 2 p.m. Pacific. Oh boy.
2 p.m. 2 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a cool video. Okay.
Yeah.
Enough of that.
Secrets. That's what we're talking about.
You can keep your secrets.
All right. Keep your secrets.
Let's see. Was there anything else? Yeah. The oarfish is just vibing. Yep. King of the herring. Look at it go.
Look at it go.
I think there was a baby oarfish spotted recently, or I saw it go across the timeline. You know what I'm
Current
really
events,
excited for, Emily, just completely tangentially, because we have this king crab over here. You know what I'm really excited for? We're hoping to have some Japanese king crabs, among other things, in the Into the Deep exhibit. What I'm really excited for, Emily, just as a social media person, is for us to have those Japanese king crabs and be able to recreate the Silence brand meme image with ourselves in front of it. Silence brand. Oh, okay. So I'm very excited about being able to recreate that. And definitely points for when we open and you folks come and visit if you can recreate Silence. Especially if you have a friend named Brad. If you could stand him in front of the crab and go, Silence, Brad. That'd be hilarious. It is a snow crab. Yes, it's a snow crab. But snow crabs, I believe, are a type of anomurin in the king crab group. And we also have the red king crab, or I have the red king crab, which we named Le Rouge.
This did a terrible job at zooming in. Now it's just zoomed in on
Le
Pat's
crabe le
face.
rouge. Wow. Can we get everybody some wahs for the red king crab? I think we called it Kevin the Sea Pig.
We did.
Yep.
Yeah, we have Kevin the Sea Pig. Mine is Buffy, right? For our Dracula Maris.
What was that?
Our vampire squid. Mine is Buffy, right? And
I believe yours is Buffy.
Yeah,
Buffy.
yours was
Dante.
Dante. That's correct.
Mine's Dante.
And then
Wah, le rouge.
what?
Wah, Louis le rouge was the name. Yes.
Louis Le Rouge.
Wah, Louis le rouge for our red king crab. Yep.
Um,
Do you remember why we called the abalone Mamma Mia?
because of ABBA.
That's right, the abalone.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
abalone.
that was good. Because mine's called Six Pack, but That's right. Abalone. Like the
Come
cow
on,
happy's
Pat.
on the lore. On the
Obviously,
lore.
obviously that name makes total sense.
Hmm.
Um.
Nice.
Now, did we name our coelacanth?
Yes, we definitely did. Hold on.
Have
Okay,
you-
Fiore, we're definitely talking sometime this week about actually writing all of this down so people can
So
reference
it's just not just a scribbled sheet of paper.
that I keep having to find. Let's see. Well, our oarfish is called either. I'm remembering that. Either oarfish.
Either or fish. Either the
Either
or
oarfish.
fish.
Oh, it was Lobos, the coelacanth,
That's right.
for lobed fin fishes and for point lobos that we have locally. It was Lobos, the coelacanth.
And then our barrel eye was named dear.
Peppy,
Peppy.
right? Do a barrel eye roll.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. We're geniuses, Emily. Don't nobody in chat tell anybody, but we're crushing this. Are barrel eyes that small? Yeah, that's a great
Yes.
question. And Sylvag. Yes, they're very tiny, just a few inches long. Yeah.
Yeah, contrary
That's
to popular belief. Most pictures of deep sea animals can be very misleading because there's usually no like sense of scale for what they are and what they really look like. But a lot of fish in the deep sea are much smaller than you probably imagine them to be. Like the barrel eye, even vampire squids, that's pretty much max size for a vampire squid right there. About the size of like a football would be your biggest vampire squid down in the deep sea.
Mhm.
Lots and lots of fishes down there, much tinier than what we would.
You
think
know,
of.
I was just thinking about how absolutely tragic it is, Emily, to be a fish and to not have a sense of scale. That's a tough one, tough pill to swallow there. A tough gill to swallow. So Lophius over in the chat, Lophius Dragon, do you have any Lophiforms, Lophius type facts? Monkfish are related to anglerfishes, frogfishes, that kind of group there. And we talked a little bit about some anglerfish facts, and that's actually something. It's past 4, Emily, and we
It
should
is
maybe
past
think
4.
about going out looking for an anglerfish.
Join.
Are we fishing or diving for anglerfish?
We're fishing.
We're fishing, okay. But yeah, let's see. They've got a little lure on their face, but they're benthic instead of being up in the water column like other anglerfish. And they have that little lure is known as an esca. And it hangs out on a structure known as the ilium. What other Lophius facts do we have?
Now,
There's a new Netflix show all about them. No, sorry, Mank, not monk.
yeah.
Sorry. Whoops.
No, I've gone into a deep dive of etymology today, apparently, because
Helium is asking something related to that, Emily. Are anglerfish massive or small? It's a great question.
Are tiny. Most of them are pretty small. Yeah.
Most of them are very tiny. We had the black sea devil anglerfish. If you take a look at Mbari's YouTube channel, Mbari, Mbari has an amazing YouTube channel, and the black sea devil anglerfish is one of the larger ones, but I think that one maxes out at a foot at most.
Sorry, etymology is failing me, or at least this very quick Google search that I'm doing right now. Sorry, I'm back. Let's do this. Let's fish for some.
Let's do this. Where is the?
Oh, you didn't get it before. Here, we'll go fishing over here because all the food is over here.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do that. It's a good call. Let's see if we can catch some anglerfish, everybody. That's what we're doing.
Yay!
Where are we? Oh no, I'm lost.
Uh-oh. I'll just stand in the same place.
Emily!
Patrick. Oh, are
Emily!
you really lost? What does it look like around you, buddy?
I'm by the rock.
There-
Yay,
What
I
rock?
found the bait.
What rock? Wait, what? Where?
I went all the way around.
Oh, you went through. Oh, you went through Salinas Valley. Yeah,
I
you
went through
just came-
Salinas Valley and I popped
just
up on
came
the other side of
way,
the
yeah.
Santa Lucia mountain range.
I took the coastal highway. You took the 68. Yeah.
I did. Why do I have a book in my inventory that says, "What was this again?"
Because you found a lost item and you picked it up, but you did not return it to its owner.
Yeah, that's right. They're never getting that back.
No, they're
Going
not. You're just
I'm going
you're a
str-
thief.
Going straight to Craigslist.
Pat the thief has entered the chat.
I'm the terrible boy, as you can see up on the screen. Oh, and if you're points in the chat, if anyone can tell me why it is that I'm the terrible boy, if anyone can remember that, points in the chat.
Points.
How big is the anglerfish shadow?
It is a medium-sized shadow.
A medium-sized shadow. I don't believe that is medium. Or is
No,
it?
that's a sea bass, and you know it.
That's a sea bass? All right. Bet.
I will bet.
Let's try. If I can't catch it, it's not my fault. Nicely done, Emily. Pat the thief.
Yeah, there we go.
So it's not for pterodactyls. No, it's not pterodactyls. It's not pteranodons. Nope, not pterodactyls. Not Ptolemy. Nope. Oh, I see a lot of people here trying to guess it, but it's not pterodactyl. But it does have that same. It does have that same lore. Wandering Falcons got it. Pteropod. That's right. The sea angels. We talked about them last stream with Rachel. Pteropods being sea butterflies, a pelagic snail that has little wings, and pteropod means wing-footed. There you go.
Oh, that's kind of a medium-sized friend.
Think so?
I don't know. I changed my mind.
Oh, here. I actually still have my pteropod. Here, everybody. Look. There's my pteropod. A
Yay.
petite butterfly. Sea butterfly. A sea butterfly. Butterfly. Yeah, trying to add a PT to every word with P in our interpretations can be very difficult to do. There's my pteropod. Look at it go. Rah! This is Cleone species, or Cleopsis. Did we decide? Cleone.
Cleone?
Cool.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Little fishy. All right. Well, points go to Paul. Good job.
Let's get her. No, that's gonna be too small.
Hey, got a mackerel.
I got a dab.
Nice. Emily, seeing your menu of all of your food nicely organized and realizing that I have pants surrounding all of the fish bait is a rather funny predicament to find myself in my inventory. I don't want that one. It's just going to be another sea bass.
I know. I caught the sea bass too. And this is just gonna be another sea bass as well.
Oh, that's kind of a little mini.
No, yours is too small.
Too small? Okay.
Yeah. Look at all these sea bass. Should I try and guess? Yours is gonna be a mackerel. Yep.
Emily.
I have a particular set of skills, Patrick, and that's guessing what fish are the size of the shadows in Animal Crossing.
Listen, you and Liam Neeson share a few characteristics for sure. If you give my daughter another sea bass, I will find you.
See.
Aw, snap.
Snaps.
Sorry,
What are
totally.
you doing?
Dude, the angle is completely off.
Uh-huh. Maybe that's what... Oh, Pat.
That was probably a sea bass, but I missed it somehow.
We are standing pretty close to each other, so we might scare away each other's fish. Yeah. We have to stand a little bit
Nobody
further apart.
saw
Alright,
how
we're just
bad
gonna-
I am at the game. I bet you this is a seahorse.
Yours is a mackerel. Mine is a mackerel.
Think so?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Really good.
Yep.
Release. This is just going to be a chill little moment here. Oh, that looks promising.
Oh.
Don't mess up, Pat.
Oh, I messed up. I got distracted by yours and I forgot about mine. Oh, this is going to be a mackerel. That was silly.
Well,
of me
we
to
should
try.
mention that for those of you who have not heard, we've mentioned this on stream before, but flatfishes like that sand dab that we caught just then, similar to flounders and halibut, when they're younger as larvae, they have eyes on both sides of their head, like a quote typical fish, and then one of their eyes migrates to the other side in its development. So you end up having the fish fry looking like regular fish, and then as they mature, they end up lying on one side or the other, and you have right-sided flounders and you have left-sided flounders. And this is going to be a sea bass, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all good.
I'm just going to very quickly.
What? Should we be time traveling into the night, or?
No, okay. It does. It says 4 p.m. to 9 a.m. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't get the times mixed up and have it be 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. So, yeah.
Dear Animal Crossing developers, if you're watching currently, first of all, get rid of the sea bass. We're done. Second of all, please give me the option to release the sea bass that I catch before leaving the dialogue. That would be amazing. I really appreciate it for that.
Poltergeist over in Twitch chat. Griffin McElroy has a skill to do the same thing of guessing which fish are from the shadows. And if I can overlap with Griffin McElroy on any kind of skill, I'll take it. So.
You mean besides the hawk talons? Sorry, that's Griffon.
Griffon McElroy. Yeah.
Important to pronounce the O. Sea bass.
No,
No!
flounder.
Olive flounder. Mediterranean flavor.
This is gonna be another sea bass too, but I'm gonna catch it. Well, yeah.
Oh. No, I'm just going to spread more fish bait. Probably sea
Yours
bass.
is pretty good size. That's a medium size straddle there.
Could be. All right.
Snapper. Yeah.
He made the shrimp heaven now, ref earlier. Yep. Yeah. I do know who Griffin McElroy is. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I'm familiar with Mabim Bam. You can't sit next to Emily for years and not just absorb McElroy information via
and
osmosis.
Allie too. Yeah.
And Allie, yeah. Shout out to Allie, email coordinator Allie. Yeah, the McElroys are good boys, and we are
I
big
saw her
fans.
hanging out in the chat earlier. I'm glad that she's able to tune into this today. She's having a busy day. GG's to Allie for being amazing.
Everybody, let's get some GGs for Allie in the chat.
Yeah, look
if
at
we
her.
could,
Yeah,
please.
GG's for Tough Rough Huff in the chat.
Yeah, can we get some GGs for Tough Rough Huff? If you would please get those GGs going. If you enjoy any of the emails that are being sent out from the aquarium, letting you know what is going on the website, in the world of the aquarium, and generally all about ocean conservation, well, that's thanks to Allie there. So make sure to give her all the love. Sign up for those emails. She works hard on them, and they're always great. Look at those GGs. Oh,
Yay. Yay.
Allie.
Oh,
are-
Allie, I know you needed those GGs today.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you need the
right.
GGs all the time, but especially today.
Give those GGs. So if you're getting those emails from the aquarium, and I caught another sea butterfly. But yeah, great job, Allie, all the time.
Yay.
Robin Turner, I'm on board for the social media campaign to get a Mbam and Mbim and M live stream. Oh, I'm not involved. Okay. That's fine, Robin Turner. I should have read your comment all the way to the end before I started reading it out loud. You know what?
Yep.
That's cool.
Hey, what's up?
No, I feel great. Feels awesome. That's great. Totally fine. Oh, no. I broke my fishing rod.
Do you need another fishing rod?
I don't think I have one in my inventory, but I can make one, I think.
Do
you have one?
The materials to make one? Other one. Wait, I have a whole bunch in my inventory.
Yeah, I need another one. I don't have all the materials.
I
right
got
away.
you.
I mean, I do, but it would just take a minute. Thank you. I'll wait outside.
No worries.
Bim bam and pat. Folter's eyes. I like it.
Shrimp heaven.
Fiore, you need to get some better internet. We can't keep doing this.
But for real.
Sorry, Pat, you aren't a true fan. I'll have you know that I am friends with many super fans and I want to be supportive. That makes me a fan of the fan, and that makes me a better friend than the original creator who doesn't know the friend who vibes with them. I'm the support system, sir.
I brought you a very, very special
Hey, thank you.
There.
Now, if I can find it in my inventory.
How can you miss it? It should be right where your
Hold.
Look at you have a ducky one now.
Oh. Yay! Wait, hold on. Look at my punk pants and my colorful fishing rod. Yes.
This is what happens when you leave me in charge of your fashions.
It's totally fine. It's functional. All right, this is an anglerfish. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
But
But
what
we
if
can,
it was?
Yeah. But it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, people are noticing. Marina keeps on following us around. Hello, Marina.
Get out of here, Marina. You're not a harbor. Sorry, that was a harbor related diss.
I don't know if you noticed, I did change their greeting.
No.
Just look on the
Wah!
stream.
Making slight adjustments to the angle on this fishing rod, it's always so challenging. Get it, Emily. Get it.
I'm gonna try to. Aw,
Squid.
squeeb.
Squid. And now the part of the stream where they're concentrating, playing a game. It's a sea bass. No, olive flounder. Look at me go. If you were an olive flounder and you decided that you were going to quit a fight, would you say that you're tapenading out?
So we've moved on to the olive puns now.
I'll leave him alone.
Marina, you're in the way. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'll live the...
Thank you. Oh, no.
She mad at you?
No, I pressed the button to put my fishing rod out there, and instead it was like, I'm just going to talk to her. It's going to be another sea bass again, too. Oh, it was a snapper. Okay, I'll take that. I can at least sell
looks
this for money.
promising. This looks promising.
Okay. Okay.
Don't mess it up, Pat. You probably will, though.
Oh boy. No, you've got that sweet pink ducky rod now.
Yep.
It's good luck, man.
Child's play. No! Dab nabbit. But is that about the size shadow? Is the dab size?
Yeah, it's like dab or snapper. I can look up and see which exact shadow size it is.
Well, that's a sea bass.
This is pitiful. All right, I'm gonna hold on. No, first I'm gonna stand next to you.
Wait!
You did it! You did it! I'm so proud!
Yes!
Patrick!
Yes!
Patrick!
Yes!
Patrick,
Yes!
you did it! You got it! Yeah!
Yeah! We did it! Oh man, an anglerfish caught by the expert angler here. It's your terrible boy, Pat.
Yay! Oh, Joey did it!
We did it. We did it.
We
We did it. We did it.
We did it.
It's an anglerfish, everybody.
Oh,
So
it's so
cool.
alluring.
I have no idea. It almost escaped, but it did not. I don't know what species this is supposed to be. I've never seen an Ilium and Esca that long in the ones that we have here locally.
Yeah, definitely not a local anglerfish.
Not a local one, but it's
that's
about the
for
same
sure.
color as that black sea devil anglerfish we were mentioning before. So Lophius Dragon, this one's for you. Shout out to you. What should we... Okay, first things first. What is our for this anglerfish? Because you're going to need one too, but what's the name for this
I know.
anglerfish?
So we'll have to think of two for the eventuality
see.
that I will
Let's
be getting one.
Well, I'm thinking like fishing rod is something in there with the anglerfish.
So Rod the anglerfish or something.
Well, no, hold
See,
on.
that's,
Let me think this through here. Well, my dad's name is Stewart, so Rod Stewart would be a ridiculous pun and family reference for an anglerfish. But that's probably not. We'll just leave that one on the cutting room floor. But okay, let me
It's
see.
cute.
Let me see.
All football fish are part of the family Hemantolophidae,
Okay.
which kind of looks like hi man, Telophidae.
Okay.
In case that sparks joy at all.
I mean, I feel like, maybe this isn't maybe the most punny, but my so I do some underwater photography on the side. We may have talked about that, and Esca is the name of my camera, so maybe it's Esca the anglerfish, which is the name of the bioluminescent lure at the end of the anglerfish stock. Maybe we just need one of those like standard names in there, Emily, for when you get your anglerfish.
It's
What do you
not so as complicated as we like to make our other names, maybe.
Or
maybe.
did not. And so Esca, the anglerfish, short for did not escape. So did not escape the anglerfish because I caught it, but Esca for short. What do we think?
I like it.
Did not escape the anglerfish, which is then a Finding Nemo pun as well. And we are also the aquarium in Finding Dory. So, okay. Did not escape the anglerfish. Short, Esca the anglerfish. Okay. I'm satisfied with the amount of nerdery and complete gatekeeping to understanding for anybody else coming on the stream later. That's what we do. Let's try to be as obtuse and obscure as possible in our references so that only the people here right now understand what's going on.
I mean, speaking of obtuse, I think that I've got a name for my eventual anglerfish, which is acute, the anglerfish.
And if you get a second one, that could be obtuse. The anglerfish. Maybe it's Pythagoras, the anglefish.
Pythagoras, the anglerfish. That's pretty good.
Wait, no. Pythagoras did the hypotenuse, but that was just a squared plus b squared is c squared. But did he also do angle? Is there an angular triangle theorem with Pythagoras in there? Uh-oh. I like acute because it'll be cute.
Yeah.
The anglefish. Acute the anglerfish.
Acute. The anglerfish.
That's so good. We definitely need to do acute. But is there a Pythagorean theorem that involves angles? Because the Pythagorean theorem. Oh my gosh. 450 and I've lost control of my speaking. Pliny the anglerfish. The silence of a chat that does no math. Oh, Choco Vocado calling everybody out. Pascal for Pascal's triangle. That's like 2 leaps. Yeah. I like it though. Acute. Well, okay. I caught a football fish. That's insulting. Some countries call it a soccer fish. No, Animal Crossing, no. Well, yay! We did it before 5 p.m. We did it. Trig the anglefish. Ooh, I like it. Cool. Well, I'm kind of I guess we should talk about anglerfish. We've talked about anglerfish quite a bit in previous streams, but maybe we'll do it again right now. This is a female anglerfish because often the male anglerfish are far smaller. That's all the time, but some of them will actually become fused to the female's body if they're immature. We learned this on the last stream where the males will basically, male anglerfish are a massive nostril sniffing out the females in the dark, and they go and find the females to mate. That's pretty much what they're mainly up to. They don't have the same lure, the same setup as the females. And for a long time, nobody knew where male anglerfish were because they were just attached to the females and no one could find the small ones. So this would be a female anglerfish there. We did mention that, these male anglerfish that can be parasites or seemingly parasitic, where they attach themselves to the female anglerfish, becoming effectively glorified testicles attached to the body of the female, feeding the female sperm when needed to fertilize her eggs. They're definitely very clingy, but at least they don't have any commitment issues, was what we came up with last time with those male anglerfish there. That's not all species, only some. But yeah, this is a female anglerfish. That's how we know it.
2 things, Pat. One, we had an excellent suggestion in the chat saying Scalene, the triangular fish, as a name, which I kind of like because then I
don't get the reference.
Like a scalene triangle. But anyway, but then to remember it because it's scalene.
Please, oh please, stop taking all my mans.
2, I do believe that those 2 little lumps on the side of your fish are the males.
Do we think so?
Yeah, you got lumps. Your lovely lad lumps.
Check them out.
Check them out.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, male anglerfish be like, hugs my wife and never lets go. Yeah, or she's like, you complete me. You had me at hello. That's awesome. Yeah, look up anglerfish, males, all that good stuff out there if you folks want some extra homework. And you can find out about, your relationship woes in comparison to an anglerfish. I feel like it's very grounding. It really helps me out. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, we should make a statue from CJ of the anglerfish.
Yeah. Well, first I got to catch at least one, and then I got to catch 3 more after that.
That's right. Well, I've got football fish. Look at me go. I'm just gonna chill right here, Emily. I'm done.
Hey, you can go take a little nap. I'll just be over here. Just
yeah.
Gonna go through the rest of the 200 fish bait that I made.
Actually, I'll be right back, Emily. I need some water. Be right back.
Bye, buddy. All right, everybody. So what's up? This is Emily's stream now. It's your girl, pro gamer Emily, hanging out here on stream now. Oh, Fiore, please don't die. It's I do enjoy the comment about the aquatic equivalent of a Hallmark card. It's very good. All right, we're gonna continue to fish. Oh, I should show you. So while I do very much enjoy my reindeer outfit that I have on right now, and I don't really want to take it off, I did discover a very cute. Oh no, I lost my fishing rod. I did discover a very cute sweater design, which the bird nerd in me would like to show off to everybody. So I'll do that in a second too. But without Pat here, we can just do, I mean, no, it's totally fine. Everything's cool. It's
has been
hey,
going
Pat, what's going on, buddy? How's that water?
How is that? It worries me how quickly chat is willing to abandon me entirely and follow you, Emily. The power you wield is substantial. I'm going to. Does Punry Row have a dream address? No, because it's a nightmare over there.
It's as a nightmare address, not a dream address.
Yep.
My fishing rod broke, so I had to go back to my house. And
okay. The cooler. Did you answer the cooler pigeon? How you make fish bait?
Oh, I didn't. I didn't see that one come through. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no worries. No, you got to dig up clams on the sand and make them one by one. So Emily is dedicated.
Yeah, one by one. Yeah.
What's that shirt, Emily?
The little clams. And then.
What's that shirt?
Look at my penguin shirt.
Penguin shirt.
Look at it. It's so cute.
For the penguin, Emily. Nice.
Yeah. So this is all you're gonna see me wearing for the next month is either this penguin shirt or the reindeer costume, or a combination of them both, like I'm wearing right now. Yeah. But then to make the fish bait, then you just go, let's craft.
What happened? Robin Turner and Jasper over on YouTube already saying, "Who's this Pat guy? What happened to Emily's stream?" No, I guess I am just a male anglerfish absorbed into the larger stream. I'm just here to seed intellectual moments, nothing more. I shall nap now and contemplate. Which is very reminiscent of when Joel visited our island early on in our stream.
It's very true.
He didn't want to leave, and he was just sleeping. Shout out Joel if you're watching.
We love you, Joel. Oh, we've had some good moments of visitors appearing on our island during the streams.
Oh, Wandering Falcon mentioning, personally, quahog is my favorite flavor of clam. You must be a family guy. right, Emily. Here,
Yeah.
I'll help.
Yeah.
I'm gonna seed the water for some.
Don't do it too close. Don't do it here. Just in case
Oh.
you scare my fish away. You can do it like
Okay.
a little bit further away. Hey, no, you don't.
Yeah!
You don't have to do it at all.
Woo!
Yeah.
You did it. You did
It's
it.
because
you
I
did
switched
it.
over to the duck fishing rod. It's the duck fishing rods, everybody.
It's the duck fishing
Pro
rod.
gamer tips with Emily. If you're
Yeah.
having a hard time catching a football fish for yourself, try ducks because birds are the best.
Mhm. And they're
ducks.
always down to help you out.
They're unbelievable, and and definitely what they're quacked up to be. So,
All Mhm. Are you sure it wasn't a goose? Because you definitely caught the golden egg. babe. What's the name of this game again? Oh, sorry. That's the Untitled Goose Game. This is Animal Crossing with Emily. Pro tips.
Yeah, Emily's pro tips. Get yourself a ducky fishing rod. You can customize your ducky fishing rods. This is something I didn't learn until like a month ago. You can customize them to be the different colors. So Pat has a pink one and I have a yellow one, but there are different ducky ones because your store doesn't sell all of those colors, which is an atrocity. Animal Crossing. Just let me customize all of the things. Thank you.
Thank you. New anglerfish, any percent world record. Yeah. Nicely done. Emily, what did we decide on the name of your anglerfish?
I really like Scalene only because I can sing Jolene, but Scalene instead.
Scalene. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't do a lot of my trig and math stateside. What is a scalene triangle? Can you describe?
Yeah. So a scalene triangle is a triangle which all three sides have different lengths to them.
Aha. Okay. Had
Yeah.
not heard that term before.
Yeah.
Nice. Scalene the anglerfish.
Lurfish. Scalene the anglerfish, which makes sense because she's a lady. She's a lady.
Oh yeah, pairing central, playing Untitled Goose Game with our aviculturist is definitely on,
It's on the
list
list,
of things to do.
especially now that we can play in pairs and we can have two geese. Gooses.
We can play in pairs. Yeah,
Yeah.
and actually, Emily, looking at the time, it being 5:01 here, we can think about wrapping up, but we did want to give a huge thank you to some folks that have been watching our streams here in quarantine, in particular, Emily, because today we started a little bit later because you were setting up some new equipment that we're very excited about.
Yeah, we're very excited. And this is just temporary equipment that we're using right now. So we got some loaner
It is, yeah.
computers from our friends over at Intel who are helping us out so that we can get more cool gaming streams, play more video games, different video games.
Yep.
We can play Steam games now and stream them. So we're
Just wanted to give a
beyond-
huge
yeah,
shout
right.
out to the Intel Gaming social media team who's been
Yeah.
watching our streams and decided to send us some gear so that we could stop streaming from laptops. Emily's system was 3 laptops cobbled together. When we were first going on all of this, all of the live production that we've been doing in our living rooms here this whole time has been just done on our MacBooks, which has not been the best thing for the computers. Or 3 laptops and a trench coat don't quite make a tower. We found.
Yeah.
What was that, Emily?
No, I was just saying 3 laptops and a trench coat. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
So, thank you to the friends over there, Intel Gaming social media team. You are the best. We really, really appreciate you helping us out. So this will help us do a few more fun things here. So
I know,
very
like
excited.
we were getting a little choked up earlier about it just because it's been such a struggle to get 3 laptops and a trench coat to cooperate. And so literally got the computer yesterday and plugged it in a couple of hours before the stream today, and it's just amazing to be able to
So sweet.
do our job and not have to worry about technology.
That's right, Rachel. Social media squad solidarity. We love to see
Yeah.
it. Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you. Social media teams out there understanding what the people want and what the people giving the people what the people want, what they want. So yeah, just a delightful gift. I've got LEDs flashing RGB colors next to me right now. Even as
I
I'm
didn't
playing
even
on the
start
Switch
to play
here.
with my RGBs yet.
Yeah, so I'm just very thankful for this whole community here on YouTube, on Twitch, all of you folks out there for supporting us in these gaming streams, being out there. We obviously could not do these streams without you because you're the audience and we're here to answer your questions and hopefully have a good time. And definitely thank you to everybody out there who's sending in the fan art, which is always great. The NBA Fin art. What was it that we?
It was ACSEA Fin art, but since we aren't just playing AC, we aren't playing Animal Crossing anymore. Maybe we do have to move to NBA Fin art.
Yeah. Hashtag NBA Fin art. Oh, look at the anonymous gifter gifting tier subs on Twitch. Thank you so much. Amazing.
Thank you. RGB makes the stream go faster. It really does. I have RGB lights behind me, and it definitely it makes it feel very pro gamer in the room. And now there's a tower next to me and it's also shiny and stuff. It does make you feel very much in the mindset of a hold on, wait for it. Keep on waiting.
Still waiting.
Of a pro gamer.
Pro gamer.
Oh, Wing Fighter, this is your first stream here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We hope that we didn't scare you away with our puns and our oddities and our lore.
Yeah, thank you. Just thanks everybody for being there. You've been such a great time. You've been such a great part of these difficult times that we've experienced in the last 9 months, and we definitely are looking forward to continuing to grow this channel and community and hanging out with all of you. And then obviously, when the aquariums open in the future, some more fun things to happen there. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. We got the anglerfish. We talked about a bunch of cool stuff. Visited the aquarium. Yeah, we did good, Emily.
We did good, buddy.
We did great. You did great. Everybody, let's get some GGs in the chat for Emily getting all of the stream ported over to this new gear right away.
Very, very quickly.
Just
but I mean, the computer was able to do it very, very quickly. Look at us. Look at us.
Look at us. Look at us. Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought? Nobody's better than us.
Not me.
Just a couple of buds hanging out with their anglerfish.
With our anglerfish. Indeed. This
is a screenshot moment. I can't screenshot or I can't do an actual photo, so we're gonna do a little. Oh, hold on. I always forget on this controller. Nope, that one. Got it. Nailed it. Got the Christmas lights in the background.
Yeah.
2 buds hanging out on a beach. It's a good day. All right.
It is.
Well, with that.
Yeah. With that, everybody.
Yeah, it's been about 2 hours. We're gonna call it for the afternoon here. Hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Hope that you enjoyed the stream today. We don't know if we're gonna stream on Friday or not yet, but we'll let you know when we do. You never know. If we can get our computer set up, maybe we'll do a different game. Maybe we'll do more Animal Crossing. Maybe we won't stream at all. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. The world is always in flux. Like right now, I'm answering a whole bunch of Slack messages that are coming in.
All right. Well, Pat is slacking off, so we're going to go ahead and,
sorry about that, folks.
and sign off for the night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Thanks for all the wonderful questions that everybody sent in. It makes these streams go very quickly when we can just nerd out together with our community. So a huge shout out to all of you and all of the wonderful questions and facts and name suggestions and fun that we had in chat this afternoon. And we'll see you again all very soon on our next stream. As always, please remember to be kind to yourselves, to be kind to each other, and we'll see you all again soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.